Welcome to LMG Security's Cyberside Chats.
Hello and welcome to Cybercrime Spotlight. My name is Sherri Davidoff. I'm the CEO of LMG Security, and this is...
My name is Matt Durrin, and I am a cybersecurity consultant with LMG Security.
Welcome to Cyberside Chats. There's been big news on the dark web. Some major dark web markets have been taken down, and here to fill us in is Matt. What happened, Matt?
Thank you, Sherri. Well, it's been a busy week for law enforcement when it comes to the dark web. We had takedowns of one of the oldest markets in the existence of the dark web, the Valhalla market, which has been in operation since 2013. We saw the Wall Street market, a major marketplace, go down, and then we saw a ripple from that come out and take out Deep.web, which was a clear website that kind of directed people towards where to go on the dark web. So there's a lot happening.
What kinds of things can you buy and sell on Valhalla and the Wall Street market?
Well, you could buy and sell pretty much anything you wanted to, from guns to drugs to stolen data, malware kits, forged documents. I mean, anything you can think of that would probably be considered illegal was probably for sale.
And I think that's really important. When you said malware, all this whole epidemic we've seen of ransomware, for example, a lot of times people are buying their ransomware as a service kits on the dark web. And so not only will this immediately reduce crime because they busted those drug rings, it will also help to reduce future crime because these toolkits that criminals were purchasing and using are no longer as readily available.
That's very true. During our research for the dark web presentation that we did, we found no shortage of different kinds of ransomware, different kinds of banking trojans, pretty much any kind of hacker toolkit you could want.
Yeah, and then you actually found one and licensed it?
Yes.
You got a trial license?
We got a 60-day trial license because it was, it was a pretty legitimate piece of software.
Did you buy it from one of these sites, Valhalla or the Wall Street market?
We didn't directly get it through one of those sites, but we were connected with our Russian counterpart through one of the websites.
Gotcha. So why is this important for people?
So this is important because it really shows the kind of fragility of security when we talk about the dark web and when we talk about anonymity. These were sites that were supposed to be essentially bulletproof, that were invincible, that no one could get into. And through a couple of mistakes and possibly some malice between the admins, we saw that that wasn't the case at all.
Yeah, and so people who have been online selling drugs or selling malware have been busted. And also people who have, not just vendors, it's also possible to identify some buyers as well, which is a concern for those who have been operating on the dark web. But some other impacts that this might have, I think we're likely to see cybercrime go down for a while.
I think for a little bit, yeah. Unfortunately, this isn't going to be the silver bullet that stops illegal trade on the dark web, but it definitely is going to slow things down a little bit, and it's going to make people who are visiting these marketplaces and actually purchasing things from them a little bit more cautious about where they're going and how they're spending their cryptocurrency, because as we will talk about with the Wall Street market, it was not safe to actually hand your money over to their escrow service.
So, Matt, tell me, how did the Wall Street market get busted?
So, it was actually a very interesting story, and there's a little bit of speculation going on about it, but the meat of the story is pretty well fleshed out at this point. So, the three administrators from the Wall Street market decided to pull off what's called an exit scam. And an exit scam is essentially where you take a website or a service down for maintenance and then just never bring it back up and run away with whatever you can grab from it. In this case, they were going for the cryptocurrency that was held in what's referred to as an escrow wallet. So this is where people could safely deposit their Bitcoin when they were making a transaction, and the escrow wallet would hold it until both parties had agreed that everything had been completed on their end. So the person had received their goods, they were undamaged, they didn't get confiscated, and then the money would be released to the seller. By some estimates, there was about $11 million worth of cryptocurrency in these escrow wallets, and three of the administrators decided to take the site down for maintenance in late April.
Which is always sketchy. Why would the whole marketplace go down for maintenance?
Exactly.
Like, your money might be gone.
And yeah, the idea was they would take the marketplace down for maintenance, they would run away with the cryptocurrency, and just ride off into the sunset. It didn't quite work out that well for them. The speculation at this point is a community support manager from Brazil who had dealt with client complaints or disputes in the website's customer service portal. He was apparently left out of the scam and decided to start ransoming users' details to try to make himself a little bit of money. Eventually,
so when people put their real information in these support tickets, he threatened to expose them, or they had to pay up.
Yeah, and that could be a serious problem for a lot of people.
So what happened eventually?
He got upset and went ahead and published the server IPs for the actual hosting platform and the administrative passwords to Reddit. Out there in the open for everyone to see.
IP addresses of the computers that are running this market are out there on the real web.
Exactly.
And anyone could just log in.
Yep, unencrypted.
Wow.
Now, the post has been removed from Reddit at this point, but there is no shortage of screenshots of
It's an amazing place.
It's an amazing place.
Wow. Okay, well, that's dramatic.
Yeah.
And now, reading the Department of Justice's announcement, there are indications that this was part of a 2-year investigation. So they had been investigating behind the scenes. The implication in that announcement is that the administrators may have known that the end was coming and were trying to monetize that fast. But I'm sure we'll hear the full details over the coming weeks or years, depending on how long it takes.
Oh, I hope so. I'd love to hear more about the story.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that we will. And you said there were some ripple effects of the Wall Street takedown.
Yeah, absolutely. So there was a clear web or normal website called deep.web that was kind of a jumping off point for a lot of people looking for how to access these markets on the internet. And the administrators for this site, 2 Israeli citizens, had been taking commissions from these darknet marketplaces for promoting their services. So anytime drugs were sold from a link from their page, they received money for it.
So you could find out where to go by clicking their links.
Absolutely, you could. Once the Wall Street market went down, their involvement came to light, and goodbye, Deep.web.
Deep.web is gone. Okay, last one is Valhalla. Will you tell us about Valhalla?
Valhalla is one of the oldest darknet marketplaces in existence. They've been in operation since 2013. They started off as just a regular kind of Finnish dark web marketplace, but pretty soon they expanded to be worldwide. They were also one of the larger marketplaces out there, and again, just like Wall Street Market, you could buy anything illicit that you wanted to on there. They were implicated in a couple of human trafficking scams. There were drugs. There was counterfeit currency. Again, pretty much anything illegal you could think of was for sale there.
So how did they get busted?
So details are a little unclear on how Valhalla went down at this point. What we do know is that their servers were fully confiscated in a multi-country law enforcement operation involving the French National Police, Finnish Customs, Europol, and a few others. It was, again, most likely a long-standing operation.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, that's big news in the dark web. Hopefully we'll see a little dip in cybercrime, but these things do tend to pop right back up again, so who knows what darknet markets we'll see coming online in the coming months. Thank you for tuning in to Cyberside Chats. Visit us online at www.lmgsecurity.com.
Thank you for watching LMG's Cyberside Chat. For more cybersecurity strategies and tips, please visit our blog at lmgsecurity.com.